Like the river rat?
Wanda, now listen. God forbid you should ever find yourself in that area again, all right? The next thing I want you to do, if you find yourself there, is I want you to drive through so fast you can't catch the name of them sleazy bars. You understand me?
Yeah, sure.
Good. Now I'm going to watch you some television. Pam, you really think that Doreen wants to get Melinda back into the sanitarium?
Yes, I do.
I'm sure you're right. There's very little that Doreen wouldn't do to get what she wants.
And what does she want?
Peter.
Oh. And Peter wants Melinda. I just can't believe, though, that she would try to destroy her own sister.
Like I said, Doreen is capable of practically anything.
We can't just sit here and let it happen.
Well, what can we do? I mean, Lynn has to come to one of us for help. We can't force it on her.
Oh, I know it. You know, it's really amazing how intimidated that Lynn is by Dorian. I don't think the whole time that we were in Tony's place, she looked over at our table once. I really got the impression she forget how to play the piano, or she so much as glanced at Dorian.
And Dorian is obsessed with Lynn. You know, she was doing so well in her therapy. I mean, she was really trying to get over her, the destructive pattern that she had, the things she was doing. And then when she got it into her head that she wanted Melinda out of the sanitarium, she started regressing.
So believe me, now she wants her back in. And from what I saw tonight, I completely agree with you. Dorian is obsessed with Melinda. Oh, she didn't talk about anything else except when she ordered a drink.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to take some drastic action with Dorian. In her therapy. For Lynn's sake as well as Dorian. Evening, folks. Oh, Marco. Karen, how are you? I'd like you two to meet a friend of mine, Joe Diamond, Dr. and Mrs. Wolek. How do you do? Hello, Doctor. Pleasure to meet you, Mrs. Wolek. Hey, you folks have a good time, okay? glad you understand, Joe. Of course. I'm glad we ran into this. Otherwise, I might not believe your story. Oh, come on. Why would I lie to you? Look, lots of people say lots of things, huh? And they don't deliver on them. Now, you promised me carrot tonight, huh? And you didn't deliver on it. Now, what am I supposed to believe? Believe it that you will have her tomorrow, okay? It better be true. But it better be true. Because I like her a lot. Real. Particularly the fact that she's real class stuff. You know, all nice and steadily suburbia with a nice doctor husband. Real kinky. Just kinky enough to be intrigued. Hey, look, don't worry about a thing, buddy. There's no anniversary, no excuses tomorrow. And furthermore, wait until she's turned on to you, buddy. You guys are going to have a wonderful time. You know, you can tell what people are talking about. You don't have to hear them, you know. Well, I got a feeling we are the topic of conversation over there.
Oh, you think so? If we are, if that's the case, then Joel, whatever his name is just as boring as Marco Dane.
Boring? Marco is now boring?
Mm-hmm.
Dorian is boring?
Mm-hmm.
That's a sign of maturity.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
That kind of calls for a toast. We'll have a little toast, my love. There we go.
To my budding maturity. Oh.
I didn't order that. No, sir. Compliment to Mr. Dane. Hello? Who is this? Speak up, I can't hear you.
Wanda.
Wanda, hi, how are you?
Oh, so. Hey, listen, Joe, I'd like to see you.
Well, sure, Wanda. Becky and I were talking not long ago about having you and Vinnie over for dinner, sir.
Oh, that's real nice. No, but I mean, I want to see you alone, without Vicky or Vinnie, all right?
Something wrong.
Yeah. Only I'm not sure what. Something's wrong with Vinnie.
Would you like me to come over now?
Oh, no. It's awful. He's here now. No, could you come over tomorrow anytime as long as it's before 3 o'clock?
Hang on, Wanda. No, I don't have a luncheon appointment for the morning. I can probably get over there around
Oh,
now.
please don't say probably. After all this and dearest friends, you gotta come over.
Okay, Wanda. I'll be there.
Oh, listen, don't tell anybody about this, right?
All right. I'll see you in the morning.
Okay. Bye.
What are you talking to?
Oh, listen, wrong number.
Oh, yeah? Hey, your phone ring.
I dialed the wrong number.
Who are you calling?
I was calling, the weather, and instead I got this recording with jokes on it.
Well, then how come you aren't laughing?
They weren't funny.
You sure about this, because you've been acting a little peculiar lately,
Oh, I've been acting peculiar lately.
Yeah. You sure you weren't, maybe talking to some new guy that maybe saw you in that bra commercial and, got the wrong idea about what kind of woman you are, huh?
What?
Yeah, you know, maybe some guy who finagled away, to get to see you and is, hoping maybe to get something started, huh?
Me? This is jealousy I'm hearing.
Well, I wouldn't be having any thoughts about you if you hadn't done that commercial, you know.
You know something? Even though this jealousy is just a product of a sick little mind, I like it.
What?
Know what happened? When I went to take my shoes off, I bent down and I fell over.
You have had a little too much of the bubbly, my dear.
Yes, in our blood right now. Oh.
I cannot remember the last time I've been this high.
Oh, honey, I hope it's not just the champagne. Oh, because I would be high if we drank milk all night. That's how happy I am.
It is not just the bubbles. It's you, Bubbles.
Oh, honey, this is so wonderful. Oh, when the champagne high wears off, I still want you to feel good. You know, about a month or so ago, I just didn't know what was going to happen to us. Here we are, and you've got your arms around me. And we're celebrating our anniversary.
Yeah, I had my doubts too there for a while, kiddo. But here we are.
And you know what? Next year, we're going to be able to celebrate a whole year.
Right, yeah, of course. No, circuit cut right away and tell it I'm only 18 free. Why the 19th too? Oh, I get it. Oh, yeah, it's like a rain date. Okay, fine, right. Yeah, we'll talk to you later. Hi, Edwina. How's your flu?
Oh, I can barely talk. What was all about?
Oh, you know Dorian. I mean, she asked me to keep the 18th free, right? Have a party for Jack Scott. But in case he's not available, I also have to keep the 19th free, you know? I wonder why that woman can't do anything in a simple way.
Oh, she does. She fires people very simply.
Well, you know, Edwina, I did advise you, to tone down that article a little bit.
I know. I didn't heed your advice, and I incurred Madame's wrath. I will keep it in mind in the future.
Good. I also advise you to do something about that flu. Oh, come in. So, this is where your character assassins hang out.
Dr. Scott, what can I say?
Did you take back those things you said about me in your article?
No.
Good. Then I'd have no respect for you if you had rescinded those nasty little comments you wrote about me, not face to face.
I would like to say, though, that I thought I had balanced the critical with as much acclaim, and apparently I didn't. For that, I would like to apologize.
Which, in fact, you discovered when Mrs. Lord fired you.
Yes?
And that she now rehired you, as I instructed her to? What you're doing, huh? We had a feeling you were behind Dorian's sudden change of mind. If everyone who wrote an unkind word about me were to be fired, there'd be a whole lot of unemployed writers in this country.
Dr. Scott, how can I thank you?
Well, why don't you just say thank you and we'll forget about it?
I have an idea. Why don't I say thank you and throw a party for you to introduce you to the people here?
I'm generally not too big on parties. But I was just talking to Mr. Riley about my having a press conference to announce my decision to come to Landview. Which, in fact, is why I dropped by, to find out if she had rehired you before I made my announcement. Perhaps we could coordinate those two events, the press conference and the party.
Of course, why not?
How would Mrs. Lord feel about your throwing a party for me? I'll answer that. She ain't gonna like it. Good. Shall we say the 15th?
That's fine.
Well, folks, I've got to be on my way.
Thank you, darling.
Gargle with plenty of salt water. Get some rest. Shut your mouth and go to bed. Doctor's orders. Glad to stop by, Jack. Gently, Mr. Kendall. I'm a surgeon, remember? Sorry. Goodbye.
Bye. Incredible. I don't believe it.
Well, you know, Edwina, Dorian is really going to be ticked off about this.
But why, Paul? I'm just doing what she wants, helping to make Jack Scott feel welcome in Landview.
Young lady, you deserve every bit of
No, wait a minute. What if it's Larry? I'm going to find out why I'm not at the clinic. I'll just pretend I left already. Yeah, that's gotta be Marco. Oh, now what? Who invented the bell?
One Life to Live will continue in a moment.
Not too hospitable this morning, are we?
Way out.
I know you are. Mr. Diamond is expecting you.
Well, I'm on my way to the clinic. I wouldn't go near that jerk you were with last night.
Jerk? Joel Diamond's a jerk? Come on now, Karen. We mustn't talk that way about the very rich.
Get out of here, Marco.
Especially the very rich who have a lot of money to spend for going to bed with someone.
Forget it.
$100 to be exact, Karen. Half of it is yours.
I don't take money.
Oh, that's right. You only take presents. Well, take your 50 and buy a present with it.
I'm not doing it. You understand?
Karen, I thought we went through all this yesterday. I fully expected you to be reasonable and cooperative today. Now, I overlooked the fact that you blew it yesterday because it was indeed your anniversary. However, today is a different story, and you will not mess me up.
I can't believe you're doing this to me. I just can't believe it. You're trying to ruin my life? Trying to force me to do something to help you make money?
Just returning a favor, Karen. Remember Denver.
No, I haven't forgotten that. First time we were together. And you loved me. And I loved you. Truly loved you.
True love, is that what it was, Karen?
Marco, we had good times together. We had tender times together, remember? Marco, if you have any memory of that at all, you won't be able to do this to me.
I remember, Karen, but you see, I remember all of it.
Then how can you hurt me like this? How can you try to ruin my life? How can you degrade me? Try to ruin all my attempts at trying to make a new life for myself. Marco, don't you realize that you could ruin the last chance that I have for true happiness?
I wasn't the one that forced you to go out and start picking up men. I just happened to find out about it because you were so stupid.
All right. I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't do it because I wanted to. Now listen to me, Marco. You gotta understand. You gotta listen to me. Sometimes I get a little out of control. And I have a few drinks, and then this fog comes over me, and I pick up men, and I spend some time with them, but I never know why.
Karen, I can make you a drink, but I've never been too good at creating a fog. You'll have to do that on your own.
Marco, please, I'm trying to get rid of my problems. I'm trying to change. Don't you have any feelings for me? Don't you care about me at all? I have feelings.
You want to talk to me about feelings and caring? You want to talk about when we were in love? You want to talk about ruining someone's life, huh? All right, Karen, let's talk about that. Because I asked myself all the questions you're asking me now when I sat rotting in jail. You any idea what it's like to have nothing to do for 24 hours a day but sit and think? Karen, I loved you. Oh, I wondered about feelings. I wondered how you could turn state's evidence against me. I wondered how you could ruin my life. I wonder if you ever loved me. I'm sorry too, Karen, but I have to do this. I'm not just being sarcastic. I have to do this because I need the money right now, and I have to do it because I'm still crazy, angry inside. I'm hurt too. Karen, a part of me still loves you. But I need the money right now, and you're out hooking anyhow. So we become partners out of necessity. No, I don't want to hear it anymore. Now I'm delivering you to Joel Diamond's store. No, I'm delivering you to inside his house so you don't pull any of those crazy tricks again. And don't cry. Save the tears for your husband. Save them for the rest of the world. Don't waste them on me. Joel Diamond's under the impression that you're a class act, and I don't want to disillusion him. Come on, baby. Pull yourself together.
walking around with lipstick in his pocket?
Yeah. So then he says, Sergeant Consuela Reed was in the squad car. She dropped it. I found it. I gave it back to her. She was so grateful she kissed me. And that's how the lipstick got off his mouth, right? Only that does not explain how it got in his pocket.
True.
Okay, so, about a week after that, I found some mascara in his pocket. So, he brings like the same stupid story about the Sergeant Consuela Reed. He even brings her over here to corroborate or whatever that story. So I said to myself, well, there's a lot of real stupid things in this world that happen to be true, so I decided to buy the whole thing. However...
More pockets?
No, he came a couple of days ago to pick me up at work. And by accident, in his briefcase, I found this brand new set of bright red glue-on fingernails.
Fingernails?
Yeah. So right away he says, I got them for you, which was an out-and-out lie, because by that time he couldn't tell me anymore that Sergeant Reed had lost them.
Go on.
Oh, nothing except the general fact that since he's been on his special assignment, he's been very moody and depressed and hated to go to work all the time.
Okay, I see. Yeah, well, what is this special assignment?
He won't tell me. He says it's just too awful to talk about.
Okay, honey, what do you want me to do about it? Go and talk to him, make out like I don't know anything, and see what I can find out?
No. Actually, I want you to go to the River Rat Bar this afternoon. Because it's all going to come to a head there at 3:30.
River Rat Bar? Well, I haven't been in that place since I was a reporter. Didn't know any better. I was lucky to get out with my teeth.
I know it's an awful place. I know Vinnie's going to be there this afternoon, and I think the explanation is going to be there with him.
How do you know he's going to be there?
See? That's Vinnie's handwriting. I got these matches off him last night.
Oh, sure. How do you know today is tomorrow? He could have walked around with this in his pocket for a week.
No. He said he had something special to do this afternoon. I know he's going to be in that bar.
Oh,
I see. Well, I'm sorry. If you don't want to go, it's perfectly all right. I know you're busy. I mean, it's probably just a stupid thing. I'm sorry it was me. I don't care.
Wait a minute. I didn't say I wouldn't go.
Well, I mean, I understand it's a terrible place. There's no reason why you should want to go.
Why? I'll go. Okay, I just don't know. Wait a minute. I just don't know why I'm going. I mean, what I find there, do you think that will explain anything?
Yeah, I got a hunch. I mean, it's more like a positive feeling. I mean, I would bet on it.
Have you got a hunch you would give us any idea what I might find there?
Yeah?
What?
A woman? And I don't think it's going to be any Sergeant Consuela, whatchamacallit.
Yeah, woman, you mean as in fooling around?
Yeah.
Come on, this is hard to believe. There's all that garbage he's storing in his pockets.
I don't know. All I know is if he gets any weirder, one of us is going to be committed. And it's not necessarily going to be Vinnie.
Okay. I'll be at the River Rat Club at 3:30, and I should be able to get back to you with a full report at 4 o'clock.
Hey, wasn't that bad now, was it?
Tell me, is Joel Diamond really a study for density? Marco, I already did it. Do I have to talk about it too? Oh.
No, loosen up a little bit, Karen. Enjoy yourself, you know?
Give me a break, Marco.
All right. Well, let me see. Here's your answer. 20 and 20 and 10, that's 50. See? Just like I promised, you get half.
I don't want that money.
Of course you do.
No, I don't. It's filthy. Sorry.
And so much. Oh, here comes the tears again. Come on, wipe your eyes with Mr. Jackson.
Keep it all.
You can't do that, Karen. That would make me a pimp. That's not what I am. I don't like the idea of a man having a woman do all the work and then he's keeping all the money.
Oh, how chivalrous of you.
Karen, we're partners. I'm sort of your manager, you see. I make the business connections, set up the general business thing. And I'll make sure there's no Aldo Pearsons. And we split 50-50. Take your 50. Well, I guess it's going to take you a little while to realize that the money is the same thing as a present, only better, because you can do with it
Never mind.
Kathy's after Larry? Oh. Well, it's comforting to know that if Larry ever finds out about your other life, at least he won't be lonely. I mean, he'll have Kathy.
Get out of here, Marco, and leave me alone.
Yeah, I'll go. Look, Karen, I don't care how you manage it, but I want you to make sure you've got at least 3 hours a day free from now on, all right? I need at least $150 a day to live on. That means 3 trips, roughly 3 hours a day.
I'm you out of your mind.
Karen, no, I'm not out of my mind. You never listen to me. I told you this is business. A business is run every day on a certain schedule, Karen.
I'll kill myself first.
Save the dramatics, all right? Save your energy. You're gonna need your energy, Karen.
I think I'm gonna keep sleeping.
Fine, you do that. You do whatever you want for the rest of the day. Just be well tomorrow, okay? Ciao.
Monica plays along to set up David.
Alan and I were strictly on a professional basis.
And is the one setting up Katie? What is one life to live. I don't mind if you borrow Adam from time to time to work on a special assignment.
Oh, good, Jim. Thanks a lot. You know, his style is just about perfect for a couple of articles we have planned for the future.
Told him about this yet?
Oh, no, I wanted to check with you first. As I say, it's way out in the future.
Well, there's one thing that does bother me about it, however.
Now, what's that?
Well, all it'll do is help to inflate Kathy's ego more than it is already. Do you think we can stand that?
You got a point there.
How's Pat?
Oh, she's fine. Well, you saw her at dinner. Didn't you think she was?
Yeah, but I didn't know if she was putting that on or not.
Nope. It's real. Of course, she's got a long way to go yet, but, oh, I am late for a 3 o'clock appointment with Dorian.
It's after 3?
Yeah.
I'm going to blow it. Wanda will kill me.
Where?
Huh? Well, I'll tell you. Listen to that.
Hi, honey. Guess what? I got an A on my spelling test. I didn't get any words wrong. Oh, that's nice. I think it's because you helped me. Thanks a lot, Karen. Oh, you're welcome. Did you and Dad get in a fight? No, honey, why? Because I can see you before. Oh, no, honey. I just have a headache and my stomach's a little queasy. Can I get you anything? No. Thank you. I'm just going to stay here and rest for a little while. Why don't you go out and play? Okay. $50. Wow. Why is it just laying on the table? Here. I think I'm going to be sick. It's 20 after 3. 10 more minutes of my whole life if I now know it may be over.
My darling.
I've been waiting and waiting. The hours seem like weeks, and the minutes like years.
Yes. I feel the same way.
How are you?
Still poor, but happier now. Now that I have you. Did you bring me the ice?
Yes, just as you wish. Robin's egg blue.
Oh, good. And now my makeup is complete. I have lipstick, mascara, and red fingernail. And now blue eyeshadow. How can I ever thank you? You know I couldn't afford those things. Poor you.
Yeah, just don't worry about money, my sweet. I have a wife making a fortune in a television commercial.
Oh, what?
Wait, what, pal? Ginger ale. Ginger ale? Ginger ale. Ginger ale. Thank you. You're welcome. Wanda's letting your imagination run away with her. There's nothing going on here. Next on One Life to Live.
Don't you see that? I have never stood up to Dorian that way. I've never questioned her. I've never challenged her. Well, then it's about time you did. Time to show her who's boss, man. I'll even go over there with you.
Becky encourages Melinda to fight for Peter and stand up to Dorian on One Life to Live. Today, after all my children.
Yes? I got lunch. Becky, what on earth? Miss Hopkins went and raided the icebox. She said you hadn't been out of your room all day, so she told me to fix you something and bring it up. Well, she said we should both eat good. You know, I got this cold, and you're supposed to see the cold. Dig in. Becky, I really couldn't eat anything. Of course you can. No, really. Do you think starving yourself to death is going to solve your problem? I guess you're right. I know I am. What happened last night anyway? Same old thing. Dorian came to the club last night. Stared daggers at me all evening. That is when she wasn't smiling at me and asking me to join her at the table. yourself? Yeah, really, I was kind of... Oh, come on! No, honey, what's the matter? Oh, it's Vinnie. Honey, what's this all over?
Excuse me. I think I know that lady. Can I buy you a drink, Cutie? Come here, off. Would you sit down? Sit down. Pretend like you're talking to me. I don't have to pretend, Vinnie. I am talking to you. No, Vinnie, I don't think that outfit is you. Would you knock it off? You know what you ought to do, Vinnie? You ought to come down to Logan's department store with me one day. I know a very nice lady down there. She helps Viki choose some of her clothes. She could set you up in the prettiest ensemble you ever saw in your life. Riley, would you cut it out? Okay, you're out. A decoy detail. Well, you have flipped. Okay. In about 10 minutes, I am going to collar one of the biggest drug operators that ever hit this town. He is going to make a connection here at 3:30. You really need that trick-or-treat outfit to make an arrest? I don't have time to go home and change. Come on. You knew about this yesterday, Vinnie. How do you know? Wanda told me. Wanda told you? I'll fill you in when there's more time. Vinnie, Wanda thinks you're fooling around with another woman.
What makes you think that about Peter? My attitude completely changed. Well, sure. I mean, after you've been giving him the runaround, the poor guy, he doesn't know what ends up. No, I mean, Becky, it's hard to understand if you've never been a mental patient. When you're emotionally ill, people act differently towards you. They speak differently. Even the tone of voice is different. They treat you like you were a child, and you weren't capable of understanding at an adult level. Peter has been very kind, very gentle lately. But his tone of voice, all right. Suppose that Peter does feel the way you say he does. What made him change? My sister, of course. Well, it seems to me you gotta go put her in her place. How? Well, I know how I'd do it. I'd go to that big house up on the hill, and I'd tell her I know that you lied to Peter. And it won't do any good for you to say that I was just imagining things or I dreamed them, because I didn't. And then I'd tell her that you know she lied to you, and then she lied to Peter to cover the first lie. And then you know what I'd do? I'd go to Peter's house, and I'd tell him what I'd done. And then I'd say to him, look, Peter, I'm telling you the truth, and if you don't believe me, then you're not even worth having as a friend. Goodbye. And I bet he'd come running after you right fast. What's the matter? Becky, you're wonderful. And you make it sound so easy. Because I know that it would be for you. Oh, it wouldn't be easy. But I'd sure do it before I'd lose Peter. Don't you see that I had never stood up for Doreen that way. I'd never questioned her. I'd never challenged her. Well, then it's about time you policy that female officers are sometimes assigned with men. You don't mean they swim? Oh, no. No, I don't mean that. But I tell you, I thought that for a while. In fact, I kind of wish it were true. It would explain an awful lot of things. I mean, she's a very nice lady, and she's very, nice. Well, anyway, what happened was, Vinnie was carrying Fuccello's makeup in his pockets. You know, I mean, like the mascara and the lipstick and the eyeshadow. At least that's what he says he was doing. Because she didn't want to put it in her regulation bag when she was on duty. Well, I bought the story at the time, but now it just does not explain the whole thing. What whole thing? Like, who is Vinnie meeting at the River Rat Bar this afternoon? Well, I'm sure I don't know, but it certainly must be in the line of duty. Line of duty, that's all I ever hear. No, Carla, he is seeing somebody. And he's there with her having a drink right now. Only what he doesn't know is, and I'm ashamed to tell you this, Carla, is that I asked Joe Riley to go over there and take a look, see what was going on. That bar? What did you call it? The River Rat. Yeah. So when he gets back, I'll know. Because I know Joe will tell me the truth. I just have a feeling when he comes back, everything's going to be all over again.
Wanda thinks that I'm fooling around? That's right. She sent me down here to find out what the hell is going on. Vinnie, why didn't you come right out and tell her you were on a decoy assignment? You know, you've been acting so weird lately. She's starting to get a lot of the wrong ideas. Come on, Riley. How would you tell your wife? What would you do? Just waltz in there and say, hey, Viki, guess what? I gotta go out every night and dress up like a broad and go down to the park, down by the waterfront, and hope that some guy's gonna come along and, you know, a mugger and beat me over the head so that my partner can put the collar on him? Well, somebody has to pull that detail. Yeah? Well, not me, do you understand? The reason I want to nail this guy tonight is I'm hoping maybe I'll get a commendation and he'll take me out of this lousy assignment. Which guy is your partner in this deal? I ain't got any. You ain't got no backup, man. No, they sent you down from headquarters to make this pinch on your own. Nobody sent me. I'm doing the whole thing on my own. You could get killed. Yeah, well, maybe it's a lot better. I mean, if I gotta stay in this, I'll have to keep this guy. You know he's late? You think somebody tipped him? That ain't him. Vinnie, are you out of yourself? No, but give me a week or two more on this detail and I might be. Let it. You know what I'm talking about. I mean, coming down here to make a pinch all on your own without a backup. Listen, this drug connection is so big, so important. Why didn't you tell your own lieutenant? Because he would have assigned somebody else to do it. Oh, yeah, how do you know that? Because Lieutenant Seaver thinks I'm the greatest mugging decoy he's ever had. He thinks I'm cute. Well, attractive, maybe. He's a cute cousin. Vinnie, I'm telling you, you'll get yourself killed. Well, maybe that'd be better. Look, this is the only way I have to get out of this, you understand? Excuse me, madam. Has this gentleman been bothering you? Oh, you poor thing. You're crying. What have you done to her, you animal? You animal? No, all right, sir. It's just a little family squabble. You know, she's your wife? Well, I sure as hell wouldn't bring my wife into a place like this. Is he gone? If he were any further gone, he'd fall flat in his face. Okay, come on, let's get out of here. No. I gotta wait to see if he shows up. I'll be all right, okay? Vicky, I'm not gonna leave you, Vinnie. The minute I do that, Lush is gonna come over here and try and pick you up. Anyway, you haven't told me what I'm supposed to say to Wanda. What do you mean? Well, I've got to tell her something, Vinnie. So what's it gonna be? Anyway, I want to get a statement from the guy before I went into surgery. Good psychology. Catch them while they're still scared.
Mighty hard business, isn't it?
I don't see. This creep held up a candy store owner, 68 years old, bad heart. And if this off-duty cop hadn't just happened in there to catch you in as the cop would have said, hey, look who's here. I had crazy. Doctor, you handled those newspaper people beautifully. You've obviously had some experience in that department. There are those, Doctor, claim I spend more time with the media than in the surgery. I'm sure. What can I get you? Oh, don't wait on me. Come on now. You've been on your feet for an hour. What would you like? All right. Just some fruit juice will be fine. Thank you, Doctor. Anything fresh. Good. You've got it. Jack? Dr. Scott. Ed Hall. Lawson High School. How you doing? Oh, yes. Nice to see you. How have you been? Oh, I'm fine. I've heard about your appointment. Congratulations. Thank you. Yeah, I was wondering when we were going to run into each other. Do you work here in the hospital? No. I'm a police lieutenant. I'm down here investigating a case. I see. Come over. Meet my mother-in-law. Would you do that? Huh? Right over here. Hey. I want you to meet an old high school buddy of mine, Jack Scott. This is my mother-in-law, Mrs. Gray.
Mighty glad to meet you, Dr. Scott. Oh, I can't tell you how happy we are to have you here.
Thank you, madam. She's the head housekeeper here in the hospital, you know. I see. Oh, you must have met my wife. She works up for Dr. Craig? No, I don't think I have. Ah, well, I think we can remedy that. Boy, she'd certainly like to meet you. You free for dinner tonight? No, I'm afraid I cannot make it. I have a 5 o'clock plane to catch back to New York. Ah. Yeah, well, some other time then. Yes, by all means. Oh, I see Dr. Craig has returned. If you'll excuse me. Nice meeting you, ma'am. Lieutenant? Hello, Lieutenant.
I caught that.
Yeah, well, I guess maybe it's up to me. I should address him as Doctor.
And stay your distance. You know, he reminds me of Wilbur H. Wilson. Who? Undertaker back home. You know, before he made his first million. Now, he was talking to all the brothers and sisters. But after that, he wasn't speaking to nobody, living or dead.
Yeah, well, I don't know. See, it's been a long time since we were in school. Maybe I should have just... Well, he's a pretty big, important man now, you know?
Yeah, but that's right, you know. But God gave him that gift, and he shouldn't ever forget where he got it from. You know, Ed, I don't think, I have a feeling here that I don't think things are going to be quite the same now that we have our great Dr. Scott with us.
Okay, Vinnie. What's it gonna be? What do I tell your wife?
Why do you have to tell her anything?
You sent me down here, remember?
How did she know where I was?
Seems you wrote the address of this joint on a matchbook.
The match? Oh, God, I forgot it. You know what happened? I was in a park on a bench, and a bottle of muscatel in a brown paper bag. A drunk decoy bit, you understand? And this guy comes along, there's a telephone booth. Well, he goes right in the booth, he didn't see me, he didn't close the door because he figured I was out cold. And what he does is he arranges the meet here. So he left, and then I wrote down the address and the time on a matchbook cover, right.
The matchbook covering your suit. Wanda took the suit to the cleaners and...
No. Worse than that. Last night, she needed a match for the stove. So she asked me and I gave her a matchbook. Beautiful. Oh, I know it was stupid, you know. But why would she think I was meeting abroad? Here. I mean, here.
Well, Vinnie, in the first place, Wanda's never been to this joint. And in the second place, you've had a lot of tall stories lately. Expected you to swallow. I mean, you know, lipstick in your pocket, false fingernails in your briefcase.
She told you that?
That's right.
Oh, I thought she bought that story.
Well, she tried. She tried very hard, but the address of this joint on the matchbook, I'm afraid that was the last straw.
Look, Riley, I gotta get a transfer out of this. Now, if I can't color this guy tonight, I'll do something else. I don't know, anything. Maybe leave him with the force. But I have to have a little more time. So, don't tell her anything. Please. Hey, that's pretty good. Ate a whole half of a sandwich. Oh, Becky, I'm sorry. It was so thoughtful to bring this up. Look, I know how it is, sitting up here all by yourself, trying to get your head together. Oh, boy, I got some nerve trying to give you advice. No, I appreciate it. Look, I mean, this ring here, everybody thinks that Richard and I are going to get married any day now. We're not even together. Do you know that Richard went to your sister's house for a party with Edwina Lewis? How do you know? Because Edwina told me. How do you think? Oh, well, maybe it was a business thing and he couldn't help it. No, they don't even work together. Yes, but they both work for Dorian. And if she invited Richard and asked him to bring Edwina... No. It was Richard's idea. Becky, why would he do a thing like that? Because he's mad at me? He did it to spite me. Well, I can't really blame him. I mean, I've been putting off the wedding now for no reason you can understand. Well, why have you been? Because I had to. Look, how'd we get on me? We're supposed to be talking about your problems. Well, how about it? You gonna go over to your sister's and tell her to butt out? And I mean what I said. I'll go with you if you want me to. Oh, thanks, Becky, but I wouldn't wish that on anyone. Especially a good friend. But you are gonna go. I don't want to. It's gonna be a terrible scene. But I have to, don't I?
Time being, but according to State Department sources, the whole area is a powder keg which could blow up at any moment. And as you can see on the map here, the interests of all the oil-consuming nations would be affected by any change in the balance of power. Turning now to local news, Landview Hospital and the State Medical School held a press conference this afternoon to announce the appointment of Dr. Jack Scott, a well-known heart surgeon, cardiovascular services at the hospital and professor of surgery at the medical school. Landview's chief of staff, Dr. James Craig, seen here on the left, made the announcement on behalf of the college and the hospital. Dr. Craig introduced Dr. Scott, who made a brief prepared statement, and then answered reporters' questions for more than a half hour. I was there for the questioning, and I can tell you if Dr. Scott is half as adroit with a scalpel as he is in handling a group of reporters, then he's every bit as good as the reputation which preceded him here. And Landview Hospital has scored a coup in securing its services. I'll be back with sports. Anybody home? Carla? In there? Oh, I guess I missed her. She missed her chance to meet Dr. Scott. How is that? You see the reaction down in that cafeteria. Listen, I've got to get back to work. I'll see you tonight. Huh? Yeah, well. Oh, Dane, I was wondering where you were, darling.
Well, what's up? Honey, what are you doing here?
Well, I had to interview a prisoner. Too bad you got held up. I would have bought you a cup of coffee.
Oh, yes, and you would have gotten to meet the great Dr. Scott.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard his press conference on the car radio. I thought it was very impressive.
Well, I guess that's just about as good as word as any, huh?
What are you talking about?
Well, you'll find out as soon as you meet him. Well, I got to get back to headquarters, so I'll see you later.
Okay, honey, are you coming home for dinner?
Well, I hope so. Come on, here, walk down the elevator.
Right. Okay, so long, you guys. Oh, when you first came in, was Jim here?
No, he's down in the cafeteria having coffee with the great Dr. Scott.
Oh, I see. Okay, see you later. Oh, hi, Alice. Call home. Any messages? Bobby Burr? Oh, yeah. I see. Okay. Oh, what did Dr. Reynolds want? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, hold on a minute. Oh, Dorian, I'm sorry, he's not here right now. Where can I find him? At my desk, he's down in the cafeteria having coffee last night. Wanda never came near our table. She just looked across the room with a kind of, I don't know, a fear in her eyes.
That was because of Dorian. She's got nothing to be afraid of from you.
Yes, but she does know that I'm a psychiatrist. And according to Dorian,